Let's see if anybody gets on. It's me. Bow. Yo. What's up? Give it maybe a minute or so, see if anybody else pops on. Or is I tearing into packaging? That's true. What up? I would wave back on the thing, but it's so far away on the thing. I can't reach the waves. I can just make out the words. So I'm waving in real life. Hi. Good. I'm kind of hot. Used to streaming at night. I'm gonna turn this down. Used to streaming at night with NERDICIDE, and I rarely have this much sunlight on me when I do this. Yo, I have an X2 hat that I want to get rid of. Would you be interested? Yeah, DM me. I'll see what you got, my guy. See what you got. How's everybody else doing? I see we got the Beast Stand, the Ultimate Beast Stand is on. He just gave me a heart. What's up, guy? This is like an interesting experiment I'm doing, because I usually do this with a good friend of mine on our separate NERDICIDE channel. And we cover all kinds of random shit. But this is specifically just some toys that have been piling up that I'm just gonna try to get through. I'm gonna give it the old college try. Hey, 5 people, that's a lot. I'm waving to you. Wave. I can't reach the wave button. Wave. Hey, it's my girlfriend. Hi, girlfriend. 6, 5. I get 2 people, then 2 people sign off. But anyways, I'm going to just start opening shit. What up? I have a lot of boxes here. Well, not a lot. Maybe like 6 things to get through. I've got some. I'm gonna do a warm up. I just got this in the mail. I'm guessing it's a card, a Cyclops card. If you're a person that's addicted to getting things in the mail, as a collector, I suggest cards because they're cheap and you always get something in the mail. So I'm gonna open this. It's from, I don't know, Royal Mail. Is that UK? I'm not wild awkward right now. Don't talk to my girlfriend, dude. What do we got here? It's wrapped in a Kellogg's Clusters thing. I was hoping it was this. Super stoked about this. This is a fun little thing. If you're an 80s, 90s kid, maybe you remember this shit. I don't know if you remember Garbage Pail Kids. I don't know if I get the glare on there. Which is like a gross knockoff of Cabbage Patch Dolls. They even made a movie, I believe. Garbage Pail Kids. This is one Ivan. I think he's got one eye. He's shooting some goop. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But like I said, cards are fun because they're like $2, and if you just want like things to come to you like once or twice a week, I recommend cards. This one, I don't have any Garbage Pail Kids. I'm not a Garbage Pail collector. Don't send me Garbage Pail stuff to sell me. It's in really good shape. I paid barely nothing for it, even though it came all the way across the pond. This is the first thing. Are you guys fucking thrilled yet? Yeah. I like this. I'm just gonna discard this on the floor. By the way, my dog is in here. Rosina, the dog, is in here with me. I need a drink. Is this fun yet? Usually comes in an A and B version. This is the done pile. I also got this, which I know what it is, and if you are a collector of X-Men things, you probably got yours this week as well. I'm not putting Leo on, he's laying down on his bed. Who can guess? If you guessed Figpin, you would guess correctly. Just got this. I'm tired of seeing it on everybody's timelines. I'm actually kind of sick of this Cyclops drawing. It's like the new go-to art that's on everything. The domes packaging, the stance socks. I can't even, it's on so many things. But I also, as you can see, I collect enamel pins. So any Cyclops pins are a must-have for me. I don't know if I should open it. It's actually like loose inside the box. I should email them, tell them it's broke, and get another one. What's up, Drew? How is the glare? Can you not even see this shit? Fucking plastic case. Anybody else get their fig pins this week? I know your boy Cincinnati Collecting got his. I saw his post. This is the only fig pin I own, and probably the only one that I'm gonna buy because I don't need every X-Men thing that comes out. But this is dope. I like the case a lot, actually. I kind of like it more than the pin. I just like the case. I have a lot of Cyclops pins, which I have yet to post on the... I don't know how to put this. So I put this here, and you can just kind of stare at it for a while. Wong, 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 wong. This is cool. I'm stoked on this. I thought I was going to be like, eh. But it's nice. For an enamel pin, it's pretty good quality. I walk by these every time I see them in Target shit. I'm like, I'll pay them no mind. Those are the two things that I got in the mail. Thrillers in Manila. They're also both Cyclops things. I am going to open some things that are not Cyclops things because I don't know if you know this, but I also collect things that are not Cyclops related. Somebody a while asked to see this mask in the DMs. You're not on this person, but this is a very unique, rare rubber Cyclops mask that I own 2 of them. The other one still has the tags on it. That pin is officially licensed. Yeah, there's a whole line. They're all the... Unfortunately for you, they're only just the 90s cartoon characters. They don't have an Emma Frost yet. Yeah, there's a lot of DC stuff behind me. A lot of NECA stuff. I really didn't collect DC stuff, just Batman's, which you can't really see there on the bottom shelf there. I just collect Batman by itself, which I know is like the most cliche shit. But until the McFarlane stuff came out, I was not really interested in buying any other characters. But I love this McFarlane line. If you are not familiar, you are missing out. I'm going to open this. I don't know why. I've been sitting on this gold label, Batman, for like a month. And sometimes I just get stuff and I just go, oh yeah, and then I set it down. I'm going to attempt to open this as painlessly as possible. I swear I have more exciting things coming, but this is what I'm talking about. I just got to get through this shit. Tool. This is a very rare box cutter from when I worked at Big Lots from the years like 1999 to 2002. So this is a collector's item as well. You cannot get this unless you worked at Big Lots. Yes, I'm very old and I worked at Big Lots in Ohio. What'd you say? Do you think McFarlane's doing a good job with these? I do. I do think that they are, other than the scaling, I think the scaling needs to be tweaked. Like for the fact that the Batmans are like as tall as that Doomsday-esque figure. I know it's not Doomsday, but I can't remember what Batman Earth it is. And for example, like the Batgirl and the Wonder Woman, if you're really in scale, they're like 8 feet tall women, which doesn't look good. And the Robin, I've heard people complain about as well, that it's kind of too tall. I don't have that one yet. I'll spare you the digging open of the card and the stand. Feel free, if you have questions about Cyclops, not his history or anything, I'm not going to go down that road with any of you super nerds, but about collecting, tell me what you collect. Any questions about my collection, which is mostly in the closet to my left. Oh my god. But yeah, I actually really like this line. Mask looks like Conan O'Brien. That's true. That is very true. It's a big Conan vibes on the Cyclops mask. What else we got here? That. Not as cool as my first job at Joann Fabrics. Oh shit. My girlfriend was like that. We go to Joann's a lot. Okay, he's coming out. Like a birth. Oh god. Is that noisy? By the way, tell me if you can't hear me, or I'm not used to doing these like so far away from the camera. I just threw that whole thing, even though it still has a knife and shit. Okay, so I'm gonna be very careful. I've read a lot of people on the internets. They're like, oh, I twisted the leg like 3 times and then it snapped off. That's never happened to me with these DC figures. Although I don't aggressively play with them. I mostly find the pose I like and set them up. I'm not a big player wither of toys, if that's a thing people say. And yeah, most of them come with the stands because they're a bitch to stand. Oh look, I did it! First try. He's got some sword holders. Let me grab that other sword then. Fuck it. Fuck it. I didn't realize he had sweet sword sheaths in the back. This, if you don't know, was the one that McFarlane designed. Thank you. I'm missing some comments. Shit. So far. What outfit would you like Hasbro to make next for Scott? Like for a Legends figure, they kind of, they did that X Factor one, the blue and white, but I hate the heads. I wish they would actually kind of base those designs more on the actual X Factor comics, like the art of like Walt Simonson and stuff, with the very cool, like there's each Cyclops costume. The one thing that Hasbro is not doing well is the visors. Like they're just kind of like, they skip so many steps to just save money or whatever to fucking just pump shit out. Just like the new one, I feel like the visor doesn't look that good, as cool as it does in the artwork, like in the House of X books and shit. But I would like Hasbro to go back and just revisit the like the Astonishing costume and the Utopia costumes and kind of give updated, nicer ones. I just wish Hasbro would just make nicer stuff in general. And with companies like Mezco and fucking, I don't know, I can't think of it, but like, how, or like Mafex. Check that out. Like I love like the, what are those? I actually kind of like this guy. Like you spend the $60 to get the like the fancier figures, but they're always, if you're a Cyclops person, they're always in the same 90s costume. All of the new nice Cyclops stuff is in the 90s or the way back 70s classic. And I like that shit, but like, give me more variety, man. I need more variety, Cyclops variety in my life. This is a pretty dope figure. I forgot about his goggles. Batman needs his steampunk. His fucking steampunk goggles. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling the goggles, dog. But this is a pretty sick figure. Alright, the knife sword sheaths in the back. And I like the way the cape is. That's pretty sick. This will make the gray and black Batman case that I have at the bottom shelf. For sure. Super rad. There we go. What else we got here? We got some more things. Mezco Cyclops wasn't into it. Jacket was cool. Thank yous. How much of your psych items did you not post on your gram? I would say about like 50 to 60 things. A lot of it's really small stuff. Like I've burnt through like a good amount of like the 90s like Toy Biz shit. Like if you scroll down, like I kind of blew my nut, as people like to say, just trying to get the ball rolling and get some more people on the account. Because if I just started posting like cards and comics, I don't think it would have, got a lot of attention right away. So I have some cool stuff I have not shown off, and then with things now that like X-Men is kind of like on the good graces of Marvel again, it looks like you're going to be getting a lot more Cyclops stuff from here on out, because it was kind of a drought for a few years. So it's easy for me to kind of catch up on old shit, which I kind of like miss, because now I have to buy new shit, which I like, but hate because money and time. So I would say a good amount of stuff. Like if you count comics, like hundreds. I could find cool Cyclops covers. Oh god. Let's scroll back up. God. There's a problem with having the camera so far away. How do I get it to go down? Okay. Jesus, glitchy piece of shit. Sorry about this, guys. Beefier bodies. Also a lot of Phoenix got... Yeah, if I have to go back and change my answer, I would definitely say that the Phoenix 5 is probably the most necessary, like, Legends set. It just seems like the most obvious thing. Like, this is a cash cow. Those characters are super popular. Those costumes are super popular. Marvel Legends are fucking crack for nerds, so... It seems like a gimme right there. And I would love to have the Phoenix Cyclops, hopefully an updated version of the one that was canceled, because I thought that one looked pretty lazy. But that's Hasbro. Lazy. How many Cyclops do you think you're missing right now, approximately? Toy-wise, not much. Every once in a while, I discover things. Like Eric Jack, I always butcher his name. Jack Kolska. Fuck. I hope he doesn't see this. He is, if you don't know, he's the Guinness World Record holder for X-Men memorabilia. If you're not following him, he's on Instagram as well. He has a lot of X-Men stuff from the 90s, like balls and frisbees and things that you just can't get your hands on, really, on eBay. When it comes to action figures, I pretty much have everything. I think there's really nothing action figure wise. I have like every Toy Biz, every Hasbro, every modern action figure that's come out in the last 10, 15 years. I just got a Jollibee fast food Cyclops that I've been looking for a couple years, and that kind of... After that, it's all new stuff. But there are, like I said, there are like basketballs with like Cyclops on it, and like stuff that was like weird stuff at pharmacies in like 1993 that you just can't get it. And there's like obviously some knockoffs and some bootlegs that are out there that I can't get my hands on. But I'm pretty much like I said, I'm pretty caught up. Let's open up this thriller in Manila. This is Batman. Is that an 11 from the Dark Knight's Metal series, which I love because I love the designs, I love the artwork. This one should be pretty simple to nab out of here. Hi, hello. It's me waving. I don't know how many of these freaking McFarlane boxes I've thrown in the trash over the last few months. This is a pretty alright. I was gonna pass this up when I saw it at Target. I was originally not gonna get it because I was like, eh. But I'm glad I did because I really like the green. Her arm is all kinds of twisty tied up here. Hold on, folks. Hair sculpt is dope. I like the green in her hair. Oh shit. She's just she's evil lady, Aqua Bat lady. DC is the most complicated shit on earth. You be on action figure things that people are like, what is this? And then someone tries to explain it, and it doesn't really help. Why does this Batman look like this? What is this? And I read those comics, and I still can't answer most of the time. I'm not fucking Grant Morrison. This is a sick figure. I only got it because I had some leftover of a Target gift card, and I was like, fuck it. But I have this, again, sitting in a box for like a month now. But I like this a lot. More than I thought. They should have done a little more detail on the skirt, because it just looks like a bunch of green seaweed. I guess it's supposed to be seaweed, but it doesn't have a nice texture like the rest of the figure. Can y'all see that shit? Is it going to be like out of focus and I'm in focus because iPhones? Probably won't stand first try. Nope. Nope. And that's this. That one was super easy to get open. I'm not gonna be like talking about like swivel joints and shit. I don't know. You ever watch those videos and like, yeah, the hip swivel joint and then this thing. I don't know any of that stuff. I'm not that technical of a collector. So when it comes to like fancy articulation terms, you're not gonna get them from me. I'm just gonna be like, that's dope. Dope or not dope. I'm gonna call this pretty dope. Pretty dope. I like it. It's gonna look good with the rest, which are behind me. What else we got here? Oh, I got some more stuff that I can just kind of flip through. Sick card got in the mail the other day. This is a vibranium card from 2015. And a costume you don't see too much of. The first class outfit, which I don't mind. This is hard to see, but this is a... I can't even know who puts this out. This is... There's a lot of temporary tattoos floating out there. This one has Cyclops and Juggernaut on it. All this stuff just came in the last couple weeks. This is a sticker from 1980. It's Spanish. As you can see, it says Cyclope and his classic thing. It's a... from whatever company this is. We can't read it in backwards. Terabusi. Terabusi. Alright, what do we got here? I'm missing some comments. I'm just rambling. Tell me to shut up. Yeah, I can't reach it. I'm having the same problem to imagine if Cyclops and all the other figures. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had that problem on it, but... Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not like a full-on Batman completist or a... I can't... Like, there are lots of lines. Ooh, the sun's coming in. It's going to start cutting me. I'm going to have to close the blade. Shade. Like, I can't imagine collecting, like, Spider-Man or, like, the Hulk or some character there's just billions of things of and then being like, you're never going to get it all unless you're a millionaire with nothing but free time. So, that kind of stuff I'm glad. Like, Venom 2 is a character that's pretty popular. But maybe I'm just a little bit more stuff than Cyclops. Because you gotta remember that the X-Men were popping in the 90s and they just cranked out X-Men on everything. Toothbrushes, fucking everything. Anything you can think of, there's a crappy X-Men thing from the 90s on there. I want to show you the shirt I just got in the mail. I bet you do. Give me, what else we got here? I'll save the real cool stuff for last. Super cool. This is kind of fun. I already have one of these. This is a kind of a collector's stories. Every once in a while, if you're a person who collects like specific things, like you, Venom dude, you probably know, and obviously, Cincy knows that you always check the same shit every day on eBay and Mercari and how many other sites. So this is the Marvel Select X Factor variant. This one is really expensive for some reason, even though it's not the best figure. In a box, carded, it's like $140. Loose, you can still get about $80 for it. I got it for $20. I already have one, but I couldn't pass up how fucking cheap it was. On Mercari, the seller was selling it as a Marvel Legends Cyclops, so he obviously didn't know what it was. And I took advantage of his ignorance. It's a win for me. So, every once in a while you get lucky with some finds like that. It's very rare these days since so many people are buying and collecting that you get, like, real good steals. It's nearly impossible because everybody is on eBay. Everybody's buying stuff 24/7. That's like a fun little thing that I got. Bam, 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 bam. I love to see it too, my guy. If only X-Men popped off like it did in the 90s, I want a Holly Berry Storm Toaster. Get yourself, what are those, 3D printers? Build yourself a toaster. Alright, let's open this big thing. This one's going to be a little more intense, I feel like. It's bigger than me. I'm going to have to stare at it while I do one thing and close this blind. Otherwise, I'm going to be blown out here in a second. Alright, that's better. Now I can fucking see. Alright, if you don't know what this is, I don't know if there's any turtles, NECA turtle people out there, but this is also a thing that's been chilling in the box, I think for like 2 months. Again, not a Cyclops item, but it's pretty cool. The NECA movie turtle stuff. They're really milking that Turtles line over at NECA. I don't collect the cartoon ones, just the movie ones. I think I have them all except for like I don't have a foot soldier. Because I just don't. Alright. I need Cyclops visor LD3 lights. Visors are another thing people are just fucking cranking out on 3D printers. I am missing a 90s Cyclops Toy Biz visor. It was the third one they did. If anybody knows where to get that, please hit me up. I am missing that. That is an item I'm missing. Jakolska, the Guinness guy, he has it because of course he does. Good lord, do you ever just like look at this stuff and go, I don't want to do this. There's like 140 straps in here. Is it for theft or is it just to like irritate people? Good God. Alright, so it's got the strip, this big fucker. Oh my God, I forgot about this dude's spiked shell. Y'all quiet. Give me some questions. Is anybody still on? Am I alone here? We're gonna have maybe Cincy will pop on after I get this. And he's gonna take his shirt off, or something like that. He's gonna take his shirt off. Stay tuned. If you wanna see the #1 beast collector in the world, he's gonna take his shirt off. That's something you're interested in. Good lord. I wonder if I can just clip this. Oh, I did. Sweet. With you always and forever. That's what I like to hear. Clip. Clip. I'm obviously not going to take the time to take all the hands out and replace the hands. This is not a review. This is just a hangout sesh. We're just going to fucking hang out while I open this junk that's been chilling. And talk about collecting. Tell me more about you guys' collecting and shit. Whoa, I got this big boy out. This motherfucker pointy. Wow. He's got a lot of twisty arm action here. Let's see if I can fix him up. Oh, Lord. This thing is legit. Look at that shit. That is bananas. Also, I will have to tell, this actually hurts. This is really pointy and really hard. You could take this and put it in your car, and if anybody tried to mess with you, you could just whack them in the face with this, and holy shit. This is a monster toy. Is his mouth open? And the mouth. Hello everybody, look at the mouth opens. Good lord. This is not gonna fit in my case. It's too big. Look at the fucking spikes, I can't get over it. Wow. Even the nose piece kind of moves there. These NECA. This is I don't know which one's which. Is this Toka or Razor? Razor? They're from the Ninja Turtles movie Part 2, where Shredder makes his own turtles or whatever. There we go, I fixed his arm. Look at the feet. Look at those feet. Good Lord, my guy. Pow, pow, pow. What up, action? Figtography. This thing is serious business. I like that. Let's see if we get his, because he was a snapping turtle. If you've never seen Secret of the Ooze, they beat up the turtles, I believe, right after the Vanilla Ice cameo, if I remember correctly. If that's not right, don't correct me, because then you'll sound like a huge nerd. I don't recommend it. You don't want to be the guy right about Vanilla Ice. Let's see if I can get this motherfucker out. Still got a clip in there. I can't remember which one. What was the other animal? Like a German Shepherd puppy or something? What was this guy, the wolf guy? Again, very wow. Wow. This is wild. Look at this shit, folks. Look at this guy. I'll have you know that these are real chains. You can see. This is all like this is not attached. I mean, it's attached, but like this is all loose with real metal chains. Like the armor is all on there. Or not like glued on. The leg armor is. Again, mouth, joint, super cool. I always thought this design was wild corny, but it was a kid's movie. What do you want? You don't want to give kids nightmares with like the real werewolf faces. This is dope. And this thing comes with donuts, which they eat in the movie. It comes with a fire extinguisher. Comes with many hands. Piece of wood and a bar that they beat up turtles. This guy's got a shield. Wow. I'm pretty stoked on these guys. I might actually give them the full setup and kind of set them behind me on my little shelf for a while. Because they are fantastic. Wow. NECA is on a whole other level. People, again, complain about stuff. I see it all the time. I don't even know where to put this. I'm running out of floor space. Like, you see it... see it on like toy groups and everyone's like, oh god, like I moved this figure like three times and it broke and I snapped the legs off or the joints, blah blah. I never have that problem. I've never had a NECA figure that just snapped as soon as I got it out of the box. I don't know what people are doing with their figures, and I'm not saying that never happens, because obviously there are manufacturing defects in all lines of everything, but I think people are a little dramatic when they like to kind of like jump on the bandwagon of trashing things, and they're not really paying attention to they're not actually buying the shit, and then be like, oh, NECA breaks, McFarlane breaks, and I'm like, all toys break. What else do I got? I got 3 big things. Oh, check this out. Another random 90s thing from 1996. These are 4 metal cards in a metal tin. I got it for this guy, obviously. This is like a thick-ass card. There's a Rogue also. A Storm. And of course, this guy. These are fun, but like again, just got it for this. Got it for the Cyclops. It comes in this little tin, which looks like a Band-Aid tin, but does not have Band-Aids in it. You can put whatever you want in there. Your drugs, used needles, things like that. I don't know. I got 3 other things to open. Big things. So I don't know if, since he wants to hop on, show his shirt. hang out for a minute. Hit me with that request if you do. I don't know how like this works now. Apparently now with Instagram Live you can have like up to 4 people on. They're trying to compete with Zoom or whatever, but that's good. Four at once is pretty dope. I had to just wait to see. I don't even know if he's still on. There it is. Let's see if I can reach it. It's probably gonna like cut me all. Wow. I'm trying to fix myself. Whoops, see, now I'm like cut off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Quick fix. I did.
Grabbing my shirt.
Uh-oh.
What is good?
Strip show.
This is the one that you put me onto. I can't hold. I need a place to put my phone. Cyclops right in the middle.
Ah.
But the belle of the ball.
Ah, the Red Beast. Oh my God, you got it. That's wild.
You believe it?
I forgot all
What's
about
weird
that
about
shirt.
this, because you sent that to me, and they didn't make any comment on that, so they probably didn't notice, but it's an officially licensed mutant gear, and to my knowledge, that's the only time he's ever been red.
Yeah.
Is on this shirt.
It's a unique variant that you should flip for $1,000 on eBay right now.
I always send it to you because I get mad, but I was on there today, and there was a shirt, I forget what was on it, just a random X-Men shirt, but they were asking $1,500 for it. And the stupid thing is a lot of people are paying that money for it.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I troll those people all the time. Every time I see those listings, I always like send them an offer. Even though I'm not interested, I always send them an offer of like $24, and then I write, "It's a shirt." I do that a lot on eBay just to piss these people off. Because, like, you know, I get that, like, there's, like probably a lot of shops, especially comic shops, that have been sitting on these old, especially the white T-shirts, the 90s X-Men that are all white, and then they have, like, an ugly fucking print on the front, right? So, like, those ones I see, and they're always, like, still in the package, and that's because they've been sitting at a comic book store for 20 years. No one bought them because they're ugly shirts that are really cheap prints. And what I think is really funny when I see the stuff that goes for like, they're listed for like $2,500. I'm like, you know, you could just make like your own shirts for that money. You could start a shirt company online, make any shirt you want, sell them, and then just keep one at the end and be like, I have the shirt I want. Like if you have any knowledge of like Photoshop, there's how many retailers on there that will make you any shirt you want with a print on there for like $25.
90s vintage retro, and it'll sell for $300 or $400.
Like I get that there are vintage T-shirt specifically like collectors, right? But there's also people who are just like, oh, they just want like a shirt with like 90s X-Men, and I'm just like, don't buy those. Don't give these people, don't give them the satisfaction. I see all the time. It's just like I sent you that card last week. It was like $1,000 or some shit. I was like, it's a card. It's a literal.
Oh yeah. I don't get it because they're still making 90s X-Men shirts. Like I get a new one at Target every time I go. I feel like, and Meijer and Walmart, each one they have the 90s Jim Lee designs on shirts they're making now for $10, which look no different than the 90s ones that are old, wrinkled, stained, and have holes in them that people are paying hundreds of dollars for.
Yeah, I don't get it, and like. I won't pay more than like $30 or $40 for an old T-shirt, and even then, it has to have something really cool on it or something unique because T-shirts are like a thing that I just feel like it's an impossible thing. You can't find them all because T-shirts, like a lot of them are.
You can't display them either.
Yeah, like half of them are ruined and at Goodwills, and then people get like they find them and flip them if they're in good shape, but most of them are junked. And the ones that are not are too clean, and they're being sold for too much. So I don't stress about shirts, cards. I don't stress about either. Like trying to get every Cyclops card. I get them
when they're cheap, but with the cards I'm new to because same reason. Like I get it, I say, oh that's cool, and I put it away. Never really to look at it again. I can't put it on the wall. I don't really have any Beast cards other than when I get one that's like a gem mint card, and I'm like, oh, it's gem mint. It's the bid's at $2. I'll put a bid for 10, and okay, great, I have it. I think I have a couple of those, but
yeah, when I
they
get
don't
my
really mean that
Cyclops
to me.
display kind of going, which it's not anywhere near ready to go because I have like I have a case just dedicated for it, but since I
Mhm.
photograph so much stuff, it's the only empty shelf case I have for taking pictures of stuff. So I really keep going, well, when I get almost done, then I'm just going to fill it up with the stuff and then I'll take pictures anymore. But that just keeps never happening because I just keep falling into more things and I have to keep
Right.
photographing them. If somebody asked me earlier, it's like, how many more pieces? And that probably like 60 more things that I have. They're like varying degrees of like a tiny little trinket to a big cardboard display to like all kinds of random stuff that I have,
You
like
said 60 or 16?
60.
That makes sense.
And that's not
Comics
including
too? No, that can't be
cards and
comics.
comics. Yeah, comics is like I try to just pick out the ones that I think are really special with Cyclops because
Yeah.
obviously it's on a million covers, and if you just did that all day, people would be bored. Like, oh yeah, I have that comic too. Not
Right.
acceptable.
Have you looked into the world record for Cyclops specific? Obviously, Eric has the X-Men one, and I think he said one time you have to have like 10,000 pieces
Yeah.
to be able. Is that for is that across the board? Like, do you need to have 10,000 Cyclops stuff to be considered a world record holder for it?
At one point, I thought like maybe this could be something I could do. I don't know if they would include if they included the cards. You might be able to sneak. I definitely, if you include the cards, I would say that I have like at least 1,000 plus things.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I think I've just crossed like 500, but like that's how unique does it have to be? Does it have to be specifically like because like with Cyclops stuff, it's like sometimes there's other characters on the art or whatever, and if it's just the toys, it doesn't exist. There's not 10,000 Cyclops toys.
Right. I would guess like 200, 300 at most in that range.
Yeah, there's not like I said earlier. I'm pretty much through the action figures. There's a couple that I haven't posted that are just like one movie figure and like a couple mini mates I haven't done yet. But like
Yeah.
as far as figures, it's mostly new stuff that's coming on and posting, and then statues, of course, I have not really tapped that
Do you
deep
have all
into
the
that.
HeroClix?
HeroClix, I think I have like 25 of those.
Is that all of them, or they make
No,
more?
there's a couple I don't have. Especially there's like some connecting big ones that I don't have, like Jean and Apocalypse, and there's like a Jean.
Those are really hard to pay more than like $10
Uh,
for one because
and,
they're so small and insignificant.
then they show up and they just look like pure dog shit, and I don't like
Right.
it at all. What was wild
And
is
some
like
of them
when
go
I
for like
first
40.
was getting this going, I did a HeroClix like throwaway post. I like did like a terrible photo, had like 20 of them in there. I didn't even like try to make it look nice, and it ended up getting like the most likes I ever had. And I was like, I guess I'm weird. Like, I don't know
I
what
hate
the
them.
fascination.
And there's some things that I thought I hated, and I would collect them. I'm like, okay, these are kind of cool. The first one was the mini mates. I thought, oh, they're just stupid. And then I got all of them. I'm like, okay, these are kind of cool. But the HeroClix stuff, I just hate. There's one that I still need to get, and then I'd had all of them, and it's only like $12. But still, if I'm gonna spend $12 on a Beast thing, I would rather get anything else.
I'd rather have a pin than a HeroClix.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend $12 on a pin any day. But yeah, because I remember when I started this, I was like jokingly, I was like, well, first of all, I kind of sat on this idea for like a really long time. I was like, I'm gonna do a Cyclops only Instagram, and I had already conquered what I thought was like my food Instagram with the burger. I got up to like 10,000 followers, and then I got tired of it. And then I was like, I run all these accounts, and I never mustered up the energy to do it. And then one day I was like scrolling because I always would look at the Cyclops hashtag because I would post stuff on my regular personal account. And then I ran into Patrick who like started Cyclops Collection, And like when I first was going through, I had like a list of like 30 different names, what I was gonna call it, and one of them was Cyclops Collection, and I was like, this motherfucker. So I like DM'd him. I sent him a DM, and I was like, I was not hostile, but I was like very much like annoyed with this person right away because I was like literally like the week out, like this is the week I'm gonna do it. I started doing the names, and then boom, he showed up with his.
So it was available, and then he took it while you were deciding?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because, like, well, I think there was a couple names that I wanted that were already taken, but not by Cyclops people. Like, I would have, my dream name would have been Seeing Red would have been the best one, but those names have been taken for, like, since the dawn of Instagram. You know? Yeah. But Psych 101 ended up kind of just rolling off the tongue. And then I stuck with that. But then, like, you know, I became friends with that dude. Virtual friends. Right. He's super cool, and his collection is rad. And I think there's a dude who I think is only on Facebook. I've connected with him on there. He lives overseas. I think maybe Thailand. He has everything I have plus statues. But I don't think that he has a lot of like the random 90s X-Men memorabilia, like from the States.
And he's overseas and he was able to get all that?
Well, like he doesn't, no, I'm saying that he doesn't have he doesn't have like the toothbrushes and the Band-Aids, like the stuff that they sold at like Walmart in the 90s or Kmart or whatever. Yeah. But he has all the figures, anything that was like a licensed figure or toy. He has all that stuff plus the statues. So I probably have more than him quantity-wise, but value-wise, because he has every Bowen statue, money-wise, he probably has more than me. Or around the same. I mean, he could be like, do you have the X-Men cologne? And if he doesn't, then that's my flush, like Read 'em and Weep. You don't have the cologne, then you're not a real X-Men fan.
That's how I got my wife, was the X-Men cologne.
Well, there's an X-Men to smell like all the X-Men. Then there's an individual Storm cologne. If you want to smell just like Storm perfume. I don't have the Storm perfume, but like little stuff like that, and like I'll go on like rants for days about like how I don't think there's any really individualism in collecting right now. So when I find like X-Men cologne, I'm like juiced, like more so than any like everyone's like posting the Marvel Legends Cyclops, and I'm getting tagged in it like 100 times a day. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. It's coming. I don't care. Like, I'm not excited about it at all. Like, I'm just not excited about other Marvel Legends. But, like, something like this, something like this, I'm like, I am, like, fucking so excited for weird Cyclops stuff. That's, like...
I agree.
Like, but, like, Legends...
Are you not current in comics? On X-Men comics right now?
X-Men comics?
Are you not current?
I haven't read anything past X of Swords.
Oh, no, that's pretty current.
I read that, what is it, the one with Havoc and the brother.
X-Men Legends?
Yeah, I did read that because, like, the hype was so, like,
Did you like it? I thought it was good. I didn't know much about Adam X before that comic.
I guess, you know, capitalize on this, everyone's horniness for 90s X-Men, I guess, right now, because it seems to be so popular.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm not that interested in the story. I like that it's Cyclops, but again, I am legit sick of this. This costume, I'm over it. I don't like, I am a person who's been collecting since the 90s. So, like, for people who are just getting into comics, I get it. Jim Lee art is amazing. You're going back. The costumes are really cool. And, like, if you're into that art, but I'm over it.
Yeah.
I want, like,
you're going to have to get used to that. That's not going anywhere. That's everyone's favorite. Hate to say it.
It'll drop off when all the fair weather collectors disappear in 10 years.
I don't see that happening. I just don't. So might as well fall back in love with it so that you're excited for all the X-Men stuff or Cyclops stuff that comes out.
They could at very least, if they're going to keep doing it, just take the underwear off.
Okay. Kinky, but okay.
you know, like like a couple of like, you know, the Disney design or whatever. Even though the figure has the underwear, like, you know, you see the updated kind of designs on the '90s, similar art, but the yellow undies are gone. I'm into that. If you
Oh,
want
I
to
didn't
like,
notice.
if you want to homage it, sure. But like, I just don't think underwear over the pants are functional. And this also includes for Batman, who they brought that back, and Superman. No underwear. I'm anti-underwear.
And your favorite costume is the X Factor one, right? The white and
Yeah,
blue.
with no cap, no cap, no cap. I like it with the
No,
hair and the
free flowing.
hair and visor with the blue and white. There's that era where like those X Factor books, some of the art with that blue and white is just like some of the coolest shit, and I love it
Yeah.
so much. And that's when I
That
got into comics, is when those were popping off. And even Jim Lee drew that, you know, in a couple of those issues, and it looked great. And it was like boom, as soon as that X-Men book hit, it was like, well, this one's gone forever.
right. X Factor. I need one more issue, and then I'll have 1 through 130. I think. That would be like the longest series I've collected just through the years.
I think I'm missing like 4 or 5 X Factors, but most of them are from like the '90s era. Because I
With Havoc and
like with the
Peter
Havoc
David.
and Strong Guy stuff. Like I wasn't really reading those books. I kind of just they just fell into my lap one way or the other. So I had a lot of them, and I never really tried to fill that hole. But like the original, the OG team, I have all those issues. I got
When
lots
did they
of
end?
on them.
Like 71, I think. I know 71 is the cover with Strong Guy. I don't know if that's like when they actually switched. I have it framed over here somewhere. Yeah, 71.
Drew says my favorite buy was a
That's
toothbrush from
clear.
the '90s.
I haven't been reading any comments.
Yeah, it's hard because they're so far away from me. I actually have this, which I'm going to sell. A dude on here, hi, my name is Nicholas. He said he wanted it, but he has been quiet on it. This has it has an X-Men toothbrush in there and a little cup. It's like a little bathroom kit. It has a little bar of soap with Professor X on it, and I actually have 2 of them. This one's all wrapped up, ready to be shipped, but I'm still waiting to hear if he wants it. It has a brush. I'm gonna post this the loose one I have on the gram eventually.
That's all you need. Shoot.
Yeah, it's got a brush and a little cup and a toothbrush and a little tiny thing of soap and top. I don't know if you can read it, but it says top secret tissues. Naturally. So this is what this is like this kind
It's the
of
only
stuff.
kind I use. Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that I'm excited about.
Right.
Don't tell
Erasers and kickballs, all the random stuff that just they splattered X-Men on in the 90s.
Oh yeah. I have a lot of this kind of crap packed away too, like a lot of old store buys from like Walmart.
Oh, gotcha.
From like,
what is that? I can't tell.
This is a keychain that apparently has web claiming action.
Oh, finally.
I'm gonna sell it. But I need money for other things that I'd rather have.
I am constantly debating selling off like all my Avengers stuff and my MCU stuff. As my Beast collection grows and takes over my basement, I realize like I don't really care about my Captain America stuff or my Iron Man stuff. I just get it because I want to complete the build a figure, and I end up having a bunch of it. And I just don't really care. Like I don't stare at it like I do all my X-Men and Beast stuff, or even like Fantastic Four. Some of the people like more, but
I don't even I'm even worse because I have a lot of MCU Legends and I didn't even open them, which I think is even worse.
really.
They're just all in boxes, inside of boxes in the closet.
What I love the display I have of them because like I have from Iron Man, I have at least 1 or 2 figures from like every movie in order of when they came out. So like, I think it looks cool. I like it, but I could get, I don't know, trade this all in, get 3 or 4 Beast statues. To me, that's worth it.
Yeah, that is a good point. My thing with statues again is like I don't have anywhere to put them. I have very limited space, so unless I decided to get rid of all the books in my bookshelf, I would not have any space for statues right now.
Comic books are like real.
Real
Oh, I don't
books,
want to say real book. Real.
real books.
I'm a comic book nerd, so I can say that without people getting mad. I read both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton of the bookshelf is actually on the other side of opposite of me right now. It's it's a big IKEA one. It's completely full of books, paperbacks, hardbacks. Um,
The black IKEA ones like these,
yeah,
the $30 ones. Yeah, those are great. Or I don't know how much it is out
I
in
wonder if I
California.
just watch this. Hey, you can see the top of it right
There
there.
we go, Beastie Boys.
Yeah, there's a lot of movie books, and then the other side is my girlfriend's books, fashion books. And then go back. Oh god, I pressed it twice. Once. I did it again. There we go. All right. So I still
If
have
you need me to,
three things.
if you need me to hop off so they can see what you're opening, I won't be offended.
Yeah. This is
I
fun
think
though. I saw three big items. I don't even this thing. I'm obviously gonna open it, but I don't think I'm gonna sit and like fucking snap it all together.
that's what I want to see. I want to see how it transforms. That's the whole point. I've never owned a Transformer.
I haven't had a chance to since I
Although
was a kid. That's 34 steps. That's a lot of steps.
I do want to show this. I got the. I don't know if he's still in here. A little bit ago, I saw Action Features was in here, but there's this. I wish I could do this. Wow. So this Punisher figure. Do you know the story behind this?
I don't.
I forget what the series is called, but it transforms into a gun.
Oh, it's the penis gun.
It's the penis one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
if you, this is the only Transformer type toy I have. If you just stop the steps halfway through, and that's what he looks like, and it's just the greatest thing. But I mentioned Action Features because I got this at Toy Department, which is the best store in the world.
That's great. I didn't know anybody had those. But yeah, that's a legendary figure right there.
I know.
We got a
I've never actually put it in
question
the
for
gun.
both of you.
PP Punisher.
If Cyclops and Beast wouldn't exist, would you still like the X-Men? I guess.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't really know. I don't really, because X-Men wasn't the thing that got me into comics. I was at a drugstore. No, I was at an antique shop in Arizona with my dad when I was real little. We were walking around. There was a stack of comics, and I just was like, I want these for some reason. It was like old Superboy and some old detective comics from like, it was all 80s stuff, early 80s. And like, it was all like 10 cents, and he just bought me the whole stack. And so I was just reading those same weird Superman and Batman comics and Superman. And then X-Men kind of was like another. I was at a drugstore, and I bought like a bunch of random comics. I was just like, oh, these are things that still exist. And so I was like, I just bought a bunch. And I was real little, I didn't know. And one happened to be like a Wolverine comic, and one happened to be an Uncanny X-Men. I don't remember which one. And that's kind of how I got into X-Men. I can't remember who. I know obviously one was a Wolverine book, so I can admit that Wolverine was one of the luring factors of X-Men for sure.
No shame in that.
I can admit that as an adult man. And that's kind of how I got into it. I don't remember if Cyclops was featured prominently in those first couple comics. I can't remember. I don't think so. So I probably would be on board with X-Men anyways, or comics in general if Cyclops didn't exist. I think always Cyclops, even not story-wise, aesthetically is pleasing to me. I like the visor. I like the sleek looks. Just like the same reason I like RoboCop design. It's a futuristic design. That singular Sunglass Line has been in so many like 80s sci-fi things over 100 years, or not even 80s, 60s and 70s too. It's a very it's very sci-fi, which I like. And then it just happens that Cyclops is featured in some really great X-Men runs that I really enjoy, and that's just it.
So the answer would be an affirmative yes for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd be in the comics. I'd be in the X-Men. I would have when I was really young. I liked Magneto best, anyways. I was always a Magneto guy. I was like, it makes sense. Like,
yeah,
he was in a fucking Holocaust. So like, okay, so it makes sense to me, like why he doesn't trust people and wants to kill them. And I was like,
right.
If I had all those powers, would I be good or bad? And I'd be like honest with myself. I'd be like, I'd be bad.
That's what makes a great villain, is when you're like, man, if I was put in their shoes with their experiences, I'd probably make the same decisions. Yeah, they're quote unquote the bad guys, but like Killmonger and Black Panther, you're like, man, if I shared the same experiences, I'd probably do the same thing. Same with Magneto. It's easy to say like, oh, Professor X right, because he's the good guy, but he didn't go through the Holocaust.
Yeah, and like, Xavier has done just as many shitty manipulative things. Well, less murdering than Magneto, but
we need him to be the bad guy again, so that everyone doesn't hate Beast anymore. We need to be back to Professor X.
Well, when I did that Most Hated X-Men, it was Jubilee somehow won.
Yeah, I don't know how. When I saw that, I sent you a message. I'm like, oh no, why'd you do this? I don't need to know how many people hate Beast, because I know that everyone does. And then Jubilee somehow won or lost, depending on how you look at it.
Nobody wants to hear about my hate for Gambit. My most disliked characters are 90s shit. I don't like Bishop. I don't like Gambit. And I most of the time I don't like Cable, even though he is a Summer's son. I find their stuff very 90s and obnoxious.
Yeah.
And dated.
You don't like Bishop?
I don't like Bishop.
Bishop's awesome. I get Gambit, even though my best friend is a huge Gambit fan, and he was on our live stream when we did it the first time, and you were just shitting on Gambit the whole time, and I thought it was the funniest thing because I knew he was watching. And it was funny because you were shitting on Gambit, and he collects Funkos too, and you're shitting on Funkos, and one of his favorite bands is I think it's the Struts, and like all three you were shitting on. And I thought it was the funniest thing, and he thought it was funny too. He wasn't mad; it was just like funny how you were just shitting on the things he loves. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. It was genuinely funny. I loved it. I was kind of egging you on, too, because I knew he was watching.
Yeah, I always, like, when we do the Nerdicide stream, like, I tend to be a good amount of buzzed. So
yeah.
I lose my filter a bit. And also, like, I always forget that not everybody is like me. And I've tried to be a little more careful on the Cyclops account about, like, not trying to piss everyone off or, like, say too many controversial things, because a lot of people are really sensitive about the characters. I'm not sensitive. When someone says they don't like Cyclops, I don't care. Like, it does not bother me at all. Like, that's cool. You don't like the best X-Men character? That's fine. It's your loss.
Someone said rats.
Rats.
I only had to unfollow one person for constantly berating Beast. Typically, I don't care because I get it, and most of the time I agree. I'm like, yeah, he's pretty much a villain right now. But they were just talking about how, it's one of the podcast guys. It's not X Reads. They're usually pretty calm with their Beast hate or love. I forget the name of them, and I've forgotten because I unfollowed them just because I couldn't handle it. You know, I get on my Beast account I made because I love toys and Beast and all that, so I don't need to get on the account and just hear about how terrible Beast is. Even though, again, I get it. I like to think I'm not, what's the word, sensitive to it, but I guess I am if I had to unfollow someone for how badly they were doing it.
I will always, like, now I just mute people. I mute accounts all the time.
I should have done that.
They don't know, and I don't start any drama over it. People like
Right.
I've been real. The only thing I'm kind of shitty about now is like when people do the follow then unfollow like the next day.
Just to get you to follow and forget you
I
follow.
go to their page immediately and I leave a comment that says thanks for the unfollow, and then I unfollow them. I do that every time because I am petty.
I love Emma Frost. You love. Oh, thank goodness. I'll never unfollow you then. He reconstructed Emma and New X-Men here in my. Is that when she like broke into a million pieces and he had to like a jigsaw puzzle and he spent days putting her together? I vaguely remember that. I haven't read that run in a
In
while.
Cortez, I don't even. I don't. I know it's what is that, an acolyte? I can't remember enough to dislike him. But like one thing I always try to like reaffirm to people when like, because a lot of people will get on Nerdicide and be like, hey, and we'll be talking about something, and they'll be like, hey, I like that, blah blah blah. That person is my favorite singer or my favorite band, and I'm like, who cares? I'm gonna make fun of it because this is my live stream, and you shouldn't be mad about it. You should get on your live stream and make fun of something I like, and I won't get mad at it because I make fun of everything that I like. Like you have to
Right.
kind of have like these hobbies are ridiculous. They're time wasting. They're money wasting. They don't help the world. If anything, they hurt it. They're not beneficial. They're just pure like yeah endorphins triggers and for certain kinds of people, collected people who need to fulfill some kind of hole in their brain with junk. And I am one of these people. I love it. I love the hobbies. Anybody who collects anything, if it's like Beanie Babies, I'll make fun of you, but I get it.
Right.
I totally
Funko, like
understand what you're doing, why you do it. I might not do it. I might think it's corny, but I also think at the end of the day that my collections are a bit silly. I think it's ridiculous that I have giant boxes full of Cyclops things and that they're just there. Like, why? Why am I doing this? I don't know.
right.
You have to kind of have like some sense of humor about things. You can't like a lot of collectors and nerds will get very upset and triggered if if they made X-Men movie tomorrow and it was a Cyclops was a black woman. I would not give a shit. I don't care. I don't get upset about like character
Right.
changes. I don't get upset about stories. Like, oh, if they did a thing in the comics I don't like, I don't care. That sucks right now, but guess what? Maybe in the next 6 months it'll be cool again. It's like ever
And
changing. It's just not stuff that I really get too bothered by. If it's because most of the times it's not really political and it's not like changing my tax bracket or anything, so it's not
not
affecting me
yet.
really. Not yet.
Not yet. Unless we stop it. Comic book characters are different because, like, if you read all Sherlock Holmes and you know everything about them and they do something that's different than the books, then you can be mad. But, like, with comic books, these characters are never going to die. They're going to be written by and have been written by 100 different minds that have different interpretations. So it's hard to say, like, oh, Beast would never do that. Because people say, like, oh, you mad that Beast did that? I'm like, well, like, no, because that's how the guy's writing them right now. Like, let's see what Percy's thinking with all this, if he's going to be Dark Beast or whatever. I think the story is good, so I'm all for it. But, like, with comic book characters, they're going to have a bunch of movies, they're going to have a bunch of writers, so they're going to change all the time. Like, their personality is going to change. Cyclops is going to get on a book where the writer doesn't care for him. It's going to make him do something that's not typical, but, you know, just wait a few years, another writer will get on, and he'll be back to normal, you know? So, next, I'm curious to see who everyone's going to hate next. When the Beast goes back to normal, who the next person's going to be. Maybe Wolverine, probably not. I don't think
Probably
Marvel
not.
would
I
let
think
that.
Wolverine's on his resurgence right now. Because I
Yeah.
even kind of like Wolverine right now, so I know that things are on the up for him.
They're
Because I was
doing
on
good
that
at
no
not
Wolverine.
forcing him into everything like they did for 40 years. He has his book, he's in X-Force, in X-Men sometimes, not overwhelmingly, and that's pretty much it. I think he's in Avengers now too, but I'm not reading Avengers. The Phoenix thing that's going on.
Oh, I haven't. I have not read it. I usually wait for like most stuff. I usually wait for the runs then, and then I just catch up. I sit and read them all in like an hour. But
Let's all
Emma Frost says, "Let's all hate Jean
Grey.
Grey." And like, yeah, you are the supreme Jean Grey hater on Instagram. I
Of course, Emma
actually
Frost
don't
doesn't want
hate
us to
Jean
hate.
Grey, but I don't want her to be with Cyclops. I think that like relationships are meant to end. Like I think like if you go through a lot, and some relationships are just even the ones that you might consider this was the love of my life, and it still ended. That's a very common thing with people. The one that got away, it just didn't work. We weren't in the right place. I think it makes sense for them to not be together as a couple. They've just been too much weird shit, and I think it's fun to explore new things. And I thought what they did with Emma and Scott was great. All of those books were great, and I don't even know if like they should be together now. I just think it's like explore different things. When I was a kid, I always wanted Cyclops to just leave Jean Grey and go be with Psylocke during that brief thing where she was like flirting with him. I was like, that's the obvious choice. What are you doing? Like, who cares about this redhead? Look at the Japanese ninja in the bikini. She's like, what are you doing? That's your choice. But that was always me because I'm not into white women, especially not at redheads. So that's just a preference for me. They were a good couple.
Okay.
They were a good
Let
couple.
it be known, Jean Grey is who everyone hates now. Beast is now back to being everyone's favorite. He's a good guy again. Whew.
I think it's like any characters that are even remotely looking or doing things that are kind of in their 90s light are going to get popular. So the more they hate, because Jean is very 90s, I feel like. So the more they lean into her, that's like 90s stuff. So like I think Emma's out because she's not a 90s thing, and everyone's so horny for 90s stuff. She's out popularity wise. And that's why Wolverine is popping again, and that's why Cyclops is popping. Even though it should be because he had so many good runs, and then they kind of messed it up with the Inhumans and all that shit. That kind of where it kind of stunted out.
Blame Charles Soule.
I will. I blame everyone involved.
No, just Charles Soule.
I can't believe it didn't cut off at the hour markets. That must be a thing it doesn't do anymore.
Oh, that's true. Here, I'll get off so you can show off the rest of your toys without me taking up the bottom half of your screen.
If anybody's left and wants to see this.
Right.
All right,
Peace.
guys. Catch you on the flip. Now I got to readjust here. How's that? All right, we're still here, folks. I'm going to turn this back on because I kind of... Hi, Pupper. All right, we're still here. I have 3 things. Let's just fucking get into it, bros. Look at this dumb thing. The hour thing has changed too? Oh, sweet. I saw that you can download the video too. The most exciting shit is the up to 4 people on the live. That changes everything. So when we're doing Nerdicide, we can just like, oh, you want to come on? Come say hello. This is the X-Men Transformers mashup. More Than Me Size. Transformers Collaborative. They did this. I think they did a Ghostbusters thing as well. I obviously got this because he has a Cyclops visor. He has Cyclops visor. He's basically Cyclops and Wolverine. Doesn't really feature any other prominent X-Men things. This is out. I got it in the mail. Again, 90s nostalgia right here, folks. Pumped to the extreme. Is there anything more nostalgic than Transformers? With this orange Toy Biz colors, which just never escape. Alright. I don't think I'm going to put this thing together. You might have to wait till it gets posted on the gram. Let me at least take it out of the thing here. I lost my scissor. There it is. I at least have to show how hilarious this tiny Wolverine mask is because it is real bad. I guess Hasbro cannot compete with Toy Biz's tiny figures that they used to do, because none were as bad as this. I don't know, how do I get this flicker out? Oh god. It's in there tight. Got it. Okay. Everyone, look at this. Ridiculous tiny Wolverine. He has full on a full black face. It's some of the laziest paint I've ever seen. His arms are all yellow. The back of his head is yellow. He has a red belt, but he has no black stripes. He has no black on the boots. There are tons of mini, tiny X-Men toys from the 90s that mop the floor with this from the Toy Biz days. This is pure crap. And of course, it's not going to focus on it because it's focusing on me, but you get the idea. Look at the fucking stupid. That's just really, really sad that they couldn't figure that out. And again, same thing with Sabretooth, orange face. They didn't even try. They didn't. I'm guessing there will be some customizers who fancy theirs up. I'm not going to do that because I don't care that much, and I also don't do customs. But yeah, he's pretty sad. That's a sad effort. But you didn't buy it for that anyways. You bought it for... Whoa. Okay, there's a piece on here. So this is... I can obviously see this is a Transformer here. We can at least find his head. I have no idea. I honestly, I haven't bought a Transformer since I was very young. So I don't know how to actually do this. It has a whole on thing on directions. I feel like if I try to just wing it, I'm going to break it. But it'll be fun to put together. You're going to get the gist of it. It's the Blackbird. I'll just leave it like this in the most boring form. It's pretty slick. Although even like scale-wise, could this guy fit into this if it was a real plane? I don't think so. He would not fit. He would have to slide in. So these are off scale. They're not only too small, they're off scale. So the whole thing becomes those tiny little guys are kind of pathetic. Stay tuned for when I put this together. I will put it on the Instagram on a post, but I'm not going to do it right now because we'll be here all day. It also comes with the little pink effects. 3 of them are Wolverine claws. One is like a little, could be considered a Psylocke thing, but I'm stoked on it. Because like I said, it has a Cyclops visor, so for me that's a win. Anything Cyclops is a win, obviously. My head glowing in the sun. I'll try to slide it back in here. This is a unboxing and then a reboxing. Oh my lord. I think I have to take a pee break. For the price point, we're still to just come with at least 5 minifigures. I mean, for the price point, Transformers, Legos, they're all overpriced. But they're the most, valuable choice. I'm going to leave for 2 seconds. Everybody stay here and talk amongst yourselves. Stare at my toy collection. I'll be right back. If I can get over this pile. Be right back.
Hey, Brad. Yeah. Hey, see that couple? classic Peytonville love story. She's a safe driver. He hardly drives at all. Both control their auto insurance rates split nationwide. How'd they meet? Fake. Fake, right? What's that? Ooh, don't touch it. What? Read the do not touch sign. Sorry. Nationwide means the insurance company that relates Columbus, Ohio. Smart Life and Smart Miles programs require enrollment. Availability details vary. Terms and conditions apply.
Always do what you can to keep your relapsing multiple sclerosis in check. But if your relapsing MS is starting to change, it can affect your mind and body in really different ways. So
Sit down, bud.
it's important to choose a treatment that's
Sit down.
beyond relapse.
No, stay there.
One that can help you stay ahead of disability progression.
Oh, Lord. All right, I'm back. If you've ever watched me do a live stream, you know that I get up to pee. I should fix the curtain now. Damn it. Got this tight spot over here. Watch out, bud. All right. Did that help? I guess. Helped a little bit. All right. So I have some big items. If everybody's still here, I kind of technically opened this, but I just wanted to see what it looked like on the inside. God, the lighting is still hitting me. We're in the magic hour outside, but aka it's just going to make my head glow. This is the Cyclops tech from Toys Era, which I believe it's a Chinese knockoff company. They basically do like fake sideshow stuff, like a lot of movie stuff, a lot of movie figures. I have the James Marsden one as well. If anybody's still on, let me hear it. All right. It's got the Baby Scott. I gotta fix this shit. It's driving me crazy. Alright, did I finally get it? Somehow I still have not gotten the fucking sun. Alright. Did I get it? Jesus Christ. I don't know where it's coming from. Let's close the blinds. Anyways, I just screwed up. Here we have, what's the actor's name? Sheridan. So he, like the other one, has a light up function in his head, which I don't have a battery for it. Well, actually, no, this one does. This one has a battery for it? Let me see here. No, I don't think there's a battery. I don't even know how it works. But these are pretty nice. What do you think? Let me get out of the frame. Ty Sheridan. This baby is big lips. The only thing cool I like about this, because everyone's like, oh, they were so excited about this like fake 90s costume when they debuted it for 10 seconds at the end of whatever movie that was. I was like, meh, it could do better. It looks like cosplay to me. But I do like the silver visor. I like the big silver visor. And then they completely fucking ruined it in the next movie with that big, thick, weird, the big, thick red. Oh, that's such a mistake. So, this is pretty cool. I just got this. I got this like a couple months ago, and I've just been kind of sitting on it. I have not opened it. It comes with a little display thing for him to stand on. And then it also comes with this fucking, his pants. And if I can get it out. And the this is basically what, the Dark Phoenix costume. Ta-da! So I guess somehow you can undress him here. He's got like a little zipper right there. I'm not gonna do it because I don't feel like going full Barbie mode right now. But this is a pretty cool figure. I love that it's called the Cyclops Tech and that they can't use any of the real names. So we got this guy, and just for fun, here is the James Marsden one, which is a few years old now. Again, I don't remember what they called this one. They called this one the Laser Eye because they don't have licensing deals. So both these guys. I really like this one, even though the bootcut leathers, bootcut pants were not a good look on men in the early 2000s. Not a fan. But I still like this one best over this one, even though this one, quality-wise, is a lot nicer. For bootlegs, they're pretty good. And they're expensive for bootlegs, but they're still cheaper than Sideshow. But they're pretty dope. This one I like a lot. And this one also has a light up function, and it comes with a different face where he's doing an angry face, but I have all of those pieces and stuff put away somewhere, hidden away. This one I actually keep displayed out because I like it so much. Very light. I don't understand what the clear thing in the back is for. But yeah, this is my new one. I can't figure out how anyone would have the patience to like take all of the clothing stuff off and put that other costume on there. But what do you guys think about this one? You like this? What up, Nicholas? I think it's pretty cool for what it is. I mean, at least it's not the real '90s outfit, which I'm about to open something that is the '90s outfit. Look at his fist. Shake your fist harder, boy. I don't know if it's very... It moves. I don't know how much articulation we have here. I don't want to snap it into pieces. Let's pop the hand off. He does come with other hands. Which one did I just erase? Let's see. See if I can get this on. Oh, I gotta push that down. Ta-da! Now he has a hand. Look at that, folks. A hand, a human hand. He says, "Thank you for freeing me," and my hand just fell off. I'm terrible at toys, man. Terrible. I should have started with this one instead of the Batman so we have more people on it. This little thing is real bitch. Alright, so that's the Cyclops Tech, whatever the fuck, whoever came up with that name. Tech, I don't understand it. But like I said, the quality on this costume is really nice. It's a very nice texture. You can see the back of his head fell off, which is very scary. Horrifying sight. You put his mullet back on there. It's not really a mullet, but there we go. What do you? No comments. Nobody likes him. That doesn't surprise me. Ty Sheridan or whatever is not a very popular Cyclops. And he will get fully displayed once I have my Cyclops case up and running, which hopefully will happen in the next couple months. Oh god. So many pieces. We gotta put his other clothes away. I almost am like tempted to see if this would fit like a cooler figure, because it looks pretty small. The pants obviously not, but the jacket looks like it might slide on another figure, maybe a Mezco or something a little bigger. I'm gonna put it back in its little wrapper here. And I'm gonna stick it back in like it never happened. So that was sort of an unboxing, although I did open it technically when I got it just to make sure the quality was nice. You never know when you're gonna get these like knockoffs. All right, Last but not least, switch legs. While everybody has gone, I have the big guns here. This is the Sideshow Collectibles Cyclops. I believe, what is the scale? 1/16 or some nonsense. Very nice box. Hold on, it's upside down. Cyclops on the back. Picture of the Cyclops. This guy, very fancy. Yeah. Check it out. Try to fight the glare here. It's got the very 90s font here. 90s on the side. 90s on the other side. A pinch of Psylocke. A little Wolverine leg. The box is very dope. Let's open her up so we can see him without the glare. I have not opened this guy, so it should be interesting. You always gotta be careful with this because you never know how many levels. This box art is pretty dope. It's got a lot of different Cyclops art on the inside. Different eras. Classic, 90s, little X Factor action. Dope box. Like the box. Look at this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. So it's got 2 levels. So it has the top part. Alright, let's take him out. Here he comes. Still got the plastic. Let's unbag him like he's just fresh out of a prison camp. Look at that. Blah, blah. Got the little on the legs and the arms. Those boots are real nice. Here he is. Looking very upset. Typical Scott. Looking very annoyed to be here. Abs so prominent under the spandex. Let's move his legs, give him some life here. X under the belt. I thought about getting out the Metacom big Cyclops. I actually have 2 of those from like a decade ago now, but it's buried away. But it's similar size, not nearly as nice as this. This quality, like, for example, these little pouches, hard to tell on here for you guys, but very nice quality. It feels like little leather pouches. And this feels also the same. The boots, fantastic. Look at the X's on the bottom. And, oh, he's got some fun stuff. He comes with his very own silica gel. Throw away, do not eat. Keep that in mind. Let's see if I can switch out his visors here. He has 2 extra hands and 2 extra visors. And then under this part, he has 3 more hands and then a stand, which I'm not going to get the stand out because I'm not going to stand him up yet. I always get nervous when I'm doing the visor stuff, like, oh God, am I doing this the right way? I'm just going to pop it off and it's going to hopefully not break. It's just, I always feel like, oh God, am I pulling the wrong piece? Ooh, it's tight. There it goes. It's always horrific when you take the fucking thing, see into his brain. This is the visor with a little smoke, optic smoke. So he's got the little extra smolder there. How does that bad boy look? I think the jacket is a little too light brown, honestly. Maybe it's the lighting, but it's too light for me. Who would wear such an ugly jacket? He's like, can I get the world's smallest jacket? Perfectly length on the sleeves, but like basically a belly shirt. Like, look at the length of this jacket. This is like a Rogue jacket. You stole Rogue's jacket. It should be darker and it should be a little longer because this is at least the cover up, you know, his underwear that he's wearing. Makes no sense to wear a jacket if you're wearing your underwear over your pants. But anyways, That fucking visor piece is dope. Let's pull it off. And then for the real money maker right here, got the very spiky optic blast. Snaps right in there for your very aggressive Cyclops poses. Pretty sick. Ooh, buddy. Yeah, this is. I can't wait to display all these big guys when I have my case going. This is pretty fucking amazing. Again, wish it wasn't a 90s costume. Wish it was like Astonishing or X Factor, but with that kind of quality. But I'll take it because 5-6 years ago they weren't even making Cyclops stuff, so I shouldn't complain. And now we get stuff like this. That's pretty cool. I'll probably just keep the regular visor in there for now. It's not getting displayed anytime soon. Oh, get back in there. All right. And I don't remember if this one lights up or not. I want to say it doesn't. There might be another version of it that lights up. I don't think this one does. Where's the back? I got no information here. I don't think it does. There's nothing about batteries or anything like that. Which is fine. Not everything has to light up. And of course, extra hand. Pointer finger. So we can go, no, no, no. And that's it, my guys. This is very exciting. I'm going to put them away. Again, it still hasn't hit the gram yet. But it will hit the gram eventually. Anybody who missed it? Cyclops in the coffin. Very cool. Sideshow. Super dope. Highly recommend. If you are a Cyclops fan, you should probably have this guy. It's better than anything else on the market right now. I'm going to put his head back in this sad bag, which feels a bit psychotic. I don't know if I can. Just want to protect the visor. I don't want it to get scratched. The rest of the stuff I'm not too worried about. But I don't want the visor to get scratched in the box. Alright, so throw that there. Throw this back here. I'm the only one who ever struggles with putting stuff back. Oh, perfect. Alright. I would love to have a new X-Men era Marvel Legends Cyclops as well. I think they only made, like, Toy Biz made that Wolverine one. That was the only one that got that treatment. Oh god, I'm putting this stuff away. It's painful. Alright. Let me slide this guy back over it. That went on the other part. See? Doing it wrong. We're professional, folks. Alright. Now it's going to go like a knife. Beautiful. Ta-da! It's all gone. That's all I have. Those are all of the items I have, new stuff to show off, and that's it. I should probably get off here because it's been almost 2 hours, and that's far too long to stare at my greasy face. I'll probably do this again sometime when I get some more stuff piled up. I had the most fun just like talking with everybody. So if you guys want to hang out some more, I'll be doing this again, but not this kind of thing, but with Nerdicide. With my best friend Courtney, we do a stream as well. And I might even keep this desk for the next time I do a stream. It's the first time I've done the desk. It's pretty handy. I feel like a news anchor. reporting a bunch of nerdy news. But we're probably going to talk about WandaVision because we're going to do it Saturday night. We usually do 7 o'clock West Coast, 10 o'clock East Coast. I know it's kind of late, but I don't want to do it earlier on a Saturday. So if you guys are watching this, you're still there, come hang out with us again on Saturday night. We're going to talk about WandaVision and who knows what else. We always end up talking about movies and stuff we've been watching, TV shows. It's more about everything, not so much centralized on Cyclops. We talk a lot about horror movies, toys, pins, t-shirts, whatever is popping at that moment, or any kind of pop culture news that's going on or announcements. So we're probably going to mostly talk about WandaVision because the premiere is Friday, and so I'm sure everybody's really fucking stoked for that. I know I am. I love Emma Frost. Thanks for hanging out. Cincy, aka Native American name. Always a pleasure. #1 beast collector on the internet. Look at the gold sparkle. Oh, I'm going to make this the screenshot. Oh, I lost it. Oh. Yep. This is going to be my yearbook photo. Anyways, I'm getting off here. I'm going to go take my dog out. Anybody who came on, appreciate it. I had a blast. I'll probably do this again in like another month. Unless I get a bunch of requests to do more of it. But anyways, it's been real.